Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Power Monday Night Call. I'm Sabrina Diaz, Emerald Ambassador. And tonight we're diving into social media, which is a super fun topic for me, and the importance of stories. So before I get into a slideshow, I have lots of questions to ask because I love to start off with questions. So if you could get into the chat and engage, it's going to be really helpful to see where all of us are. So just remember this, super easy. 1 is for yes, 2 is for no. Okay. So in the chat, can you tell me which one of you has your social medias linked? So if you are on Instagram, it connects to Facebook and vice versa. Ooh, we got lots of ones. Yes, look at that. I'm going to tell you why it's good and how it can help and why not so good and may not help so great. Okay, so we're going to go into that. But who utilizes their stories daily? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Ooh, we're mixed here. Okay, more 1s. Got some 2s coming in. 1.5. I like that. Great answer. Okay, if you put in a 2, okay, if you put in a 2, would you like to be more consistent with stories? Do you just feel confused, like overwhelmed? All right, so then tonight's call is going to be for you because I want to clarify, because I get into the habit of getting into my own head and not doing what I say I want to do or what I feel like I should be doing. Okay. So I'm going to clarify it and hopefully make it a little bit easier because we had such an incredible breakout session at convention. I wanted to bring some of that knowledge back with a little spin of my own things that I have learned. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, team. Let's get this up. Where do I go? All right. All right. Can everybody see that? Good? Okay. So we're going to do social media and stories tonight. So what does that actually mean and what are we touching on? So here's the content, okay? We're going to define your brand. We're going to figure out who are you actually talking to. We're going to talk about picture quality, creating a dialogue, why it's important to talk on your stories, what the importance of captions are, and how to ask appropriate questions. You ready? Get your notebooks out because we're going to clarify for all of those 2s that want to be 1s. Okay. So why are stories so important? Number 1, first and foremost, it's going to build trust. When somebody sees your face, they personally feel as if they know you. Do you have anybody on your social media that you've never met in person, but they've shown up in their stories and you feel like you know them? How many times have you walked into a convention and you legitimately thought that Fallon or Brittany or any of the Diamonds actually knew who you were? Because I really legit thought they knew who I was. And they have no idea who you are. It's because they get on these stories and they talk and they're very interactive and relatable. Okay. So it builds that trust. Okay. Number 2, short spurts of intentional connection. Let's face it, none of us have a huge attention span. We all live busy lives. So when we have these short spurts of different things, it's like appetizers. You know, you get to come in and if you like it, you watch a little bit more. If not, you just swipe, right? It's short spurts. It's intriguing. Okay. It gets people to watch it. And perfection is not necessary. So this is number 3. And this is where I struggled. When it's your stories, people want to see the imperfect. If you show up untouchable, it's almost like repulsive. People want to feel like they know you, that they can come hang with you, that they can see exactly what you're feeling and hearing and seeing and doing. They want to make sure and feel like you are not superior to them. They want to feel like an equal. So perfection is not important here. Okay. Go on there. You can act silly. You can talk, mess up your words a little bit, and people are still going to come on there and watch you just because they want to see and trust you. Number 4, you create influence. Let me move my chat over. Okay, so this is your chance to share something important to you while showing your face and using your voice. So when you put those two things together, so when you're on the phone with somebody and they hear your voice, they just hear your voice, but they can't see your eyes, right? Or if you're on a Zoom call and you're muted and you're just staring at somebody, sometimes eyes can tell a whole story, but they're not accurate. But when you have that eye and mouth and talk coordination and everything coming and flowing, you now have created a feeling. And that's what we do on our stories. We want to create a feeling. Why would your audience want to come and watch you work out at the gym or show your latest recipe? Because they want to feel like they can do it. You want to create that feeling. You want to influence somebody to do as what you are doing. You want to be them focused, show them what they can do. Number 5 gets them in your inbox. So if you're on a story and you're asking questions, not polls, we're going to get to that later, it is a much deeper connection because they can come into your inbox and they're a little bit more free to share something more personal inside that inbox. So for instance, today, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a fitness instructor. I asked, what is a class, if you had one class you could make a day, what is a class that you would choose? I had several answers and I didn't want to put up a poll because that limits answers and creativity. So if I only put up, what is your favorite classes, cardio or weightlifting, and somebody's like, well, I actually really like dancing, but that option's not there, they will probably tend to not answer. Leave it open. Don't put up a poll, let them answer. And I swear, I had so many people in my inbox today just saying exactly what they really liked at the gym. And I had such a slew of answers and it was really cool. Number 6, your audience is more likely to watch all of your content. Have you ever asked one of your peers, did you see my last post? And they're like, no. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to see your post. If there's not enough engagement, if it's the wrong time of day, if somebody else post is up, whatever the thing, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to see your post. But on a story, it stays up there for 24 hours, right? And it stays at the top of your screen. So people are more inclined to sit there and watch your stories and swipe to the next one and swipe to the next one. They will see all of your content. So stories not only engage with your audience, not only get into their inbox, but they are watching all of your content at once. So it's kind of like saturated. It's really cool experience. So that's why stories are important. But let's break it down a little further. Okay. Do you have a brand? Okay. This is really important. You have to show your face. Again, that goes back to building that trust. Okay. Who are you? Go in there. If you actually, let's go into the chat. Let me ask this question. Have you watched or know me on social media? What is something that you can grasp from these pictures that you think you know about me just from the pictures? I'm a mom, healthy, I work out. Yep, this is my brand. I do love my panda. My panda's my baby, but this is my brand. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I'm a personal trainer. I am a mom. I am a dog mom. I love to learn. These are who I am. So if I put this up, you kind of get automatically who I am. So if you can think for yourself, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do this, write down in a notebook, who are you? Think of these questions. I'm going to read them off, okay? And I want you to write in your notebook, who are you? What do you do? What are your interests? What are your values? And how do you make people feel? And that boils down to your brand. Take 2 minutes. And if you're willing to share, put something out there. What is part of your brand? What is something that you want people to know about you? Silva loves learning and sharing what she learns. That's awesome. Family, faith, and health. Exactly. Now go back to your Facebook. Does your Facebook represent what you're writing down? And if it doesn't, no biggie. You always have a chance to change it. Girl mom, farm mom, positive family, encouraging. Yes, 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 yes. You want to post within your brand. You want to put up in your stories within your brand. Are you faithful? Put it up there. Okay, if you're a mom, put it up there. Put things that are easy to put up there. Okay, now if you're simply like dabbling into something right now, if it's crocheting, if it's going to, I wouldn't put that up there because that's going to seem hard. Put things that are easy. Jesus loving mama and grandma, that is easy. Family gardening, dog mom, RVing, easy. You can stay within those areas. Okay? This is a whole week's worth of stuff. And this is interesting to people. Your people will be interested. The right people will be interested. Keep putting it up, and you can never be too consistent. I put up the exact same story 5 days a week, walking into my gym. And I can't tell you how many views I have on that and how many hearts I get on that. There is nothing special. I'm walking into my gym, but I do it consistently and people look for it. And when I don't, people are like, what, did you go to the gym today? So people know. So if you want to be consistent about something, maybe it's not the gym if you're not consistent with it, because people will call you out. Okay. So that is your brand. The difference here, guys, that we're not building a niche. Okay. A niche and a brand are two different things. Hear me out. A niche is for you. Okay. So a niche is for you, only you, whatever you're doing. A brand is for them. Your stories should be them focused, what you can do for somebody else. Okay. Figure out what you're going to do for your audience and create that feeling with a brand. Okay. I hope that wasn't confusing. All right, let's move on. Move this back over. Who are you talking to? And this is another exercise that we're gonna do as well. And you might need more time later, but I want you to get really specific. Who are you talking to? Okay. Are you talking to that mom in church that was sitting in the back pew with her baby that looked super frazzled, maybe doesn't have a lot of family in the area? Are you talking to her? Then gear your post to her. Don't cast that wide net and hope something sticks. Okay. Are you talking to your friend who you really want to do this business with you and you know it's the best thing? And talk to her. Talk to that person when you're posting. Okay. That gives you a face, a feeling when you are posting something, post to them. Okay. Get specific on who they are. Who are they? What gender are they? Where did you meet them? Okay. Get really specific. What interests do they have? Do they have the same interests as you? Okay, if they're a realtor, okay, like for instance, I have a lot of realtor friends. I am a woodworker on the side. I love to do it. I put up woodworking things, and a lot of my realtor friends, they comment on my things. Okay, fun, crafty things. That's how you're going to gain your people in conversation. What would you talk to them about? You wouldn't go up there and put up something negative or something wazoo that wouldn't create a positive environment. So if you wouldn't tell that to that person, don't put it up there at all. This is your platform. Okay? This is your voice. What would capture their attention? So if you know, again, if you have a realtor friend, you really want to talk to them and they're looking for a white kitchen table, maybe I might build one and put it up there, or ask some questions about a table, or what kind of table would people recommend? These are the things you want to get specific on who you're talking to. What do you want to tell them? Think about this. Pray about this. Okay? What would you want to tell them? If you need to take a screenshot of this slide, go ahead and do that, because it's really going to get you specific on who you really want to focus on and who you want to talk to, and kind of eliminate the people that you really don't want to focus on right now. It gets you really crystal clear and specific. Okay? All right. Picture quality, guys. I know you've heard this one before. All right. When you are putting up pictures, do they have to be photography grade? Absolutely not. None of us have that kind of time. Unless you're Courtney, then she has a gift for that kind of stuff. But for the rest of us, we have iPhones or Samsung, and that's what we're going to do. Okay? Just use clear pictures. Okay? If it's grainy, if it's blurry, this is attraction marketing. It's going to completely turn people off. We are in the day where we have 3 cameras on our phone. There should be no blurry pictures ever, ever, ever. Don't do it. Put up good, clean, clear pictures. Use pictures of you. If you're constantly putting up stories and you don't show your face, you're not building the trust. You're telling a story, but it's not your story. Put a picture of you up there, right? Make it vibrant, but please, for the love, do not over filter. We have some glorious apps that make your lips this big. We have some glorious apps that can make us super tan and look Brazilian if we want to, but we are not Brazilian. Okay, everybody will know if you are over filtered. So don't do it. Don't do it. You are beautiful the way God made you. Okay. If you need to enhance a little bit, go ahead. But I'm talking about over filtering, and we know who those people are. Don't do it. It is no good and it's unrealistic. Okay. So do not over filter. Don't use salesy images as well. So we can get all of these images with like cartoon characters on them. You know, when it comes to our Plexus brand, we can get them all off of Pinterest. Leave them on Pinterest. They have no business in your business. Okay. The best picture you can use for your business is you. You are the product of your business. So make yourself the highlight. Don't make Pinterest famous. It's not their job. You are a product of your work. You show up, you take the products. You are amazing. Show yourself. Okay. And does your picture fit with your story? So here, let me explain. Are we just throwing darts at a dartboard? I'm going to put up something funny. And then I'm going to sway over here and I'm going to put up something dramatic. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make sure it kind of goes together. Okay. So if it's feeling a little confetti-like, it's sending lots of mixed signals. Okay. Try to make it cohesive. Now, mom life is confetti, but it's also organized chaos. Okay, so you could also think of it that way, like mom life, organized chaos, do it that way. But don't just start throwing things out of left field to say, I put up a story today. Okay, because you're not doing anybody justice except making yourself feel slightly better, but you know it's not really turning out for you. Okay, so does your picture fit the story? All right, we're going to keep going, moving along. Okay, do not mind my faces here. I don't know what was going on when we were snapping these pictures, but I want you to see when you feel like you get confused or overwhelmed, what you're doing, what you're saying, what you should be posting. First and foremost, you. What is something about you? Okay. 2, a recommendation. What are you recommending? This is where you build influence with your audience. All right. 3, ask a question. This is my question today when I was asking if you had one class to take, what would you take? A lifestyle and hobby. And then plexus. If it's all plexus, it's no good. That is called puking plexus. And that is when people will completely ignore you. You want to show your life. This scene right here, this is me in a nutshell. I have this obsession with hydration because I feel like I'm going to dehydrate for whatever reason. I walk around with 3 cups in my hand. I am a fitness trainer and I'm making my protein shake as I'm talking about it. I was asking a question about what classes people like to take. This is the class that I teach twice a week. And then I'm showing the protein shake that I had for lunch and why it was quick and easy. But I want you to see, even in each one, even if it's a picture or if it's a video or if it's just my classroom, what is in every single one of these? Can anybody pinpoint what is in every single one? Write it in the chat. Words. Captions. Text. Yep. I'm in every one, but what I really wanted you to see is that I have a caption to each one. Now, you don't want to go verbatim exactly what we say. We don't want to turn on the caption feature because then it becomes too much, right? Give a short little story of what you are talking about. Let's face it, there's going to be some moms that are trying to put their baby to sleep. They want to watch these stories, but they don't want it too loud, but they want to know what's going on. Do it for them. We've all been there before, right? Trying to keep their babies sleeping. Also, it just gives people an idea, again, an appetizer of what you're going to get. So they read and then they stay on the picture a little bit longer. And now they're intrigued on, oh, so what's going to come next? What is she going to do next? So then they go into the next one. It's kind of like little snippets of a story. You want to keep the attention going. You want to keep the interest flowing. Keep a little bit, don't give it away. Don't give it all away in there. I really like to put little like snippets in there, like you're not going to believe this. And then they watch my video. Don't give it all away, just a little bit, but give them that little appetizer. But this is the dialogue. Again, if you need to take a picture of it, this is how I create my stories daily. Okay, when you are on your stories, talk. We were just talking about this before. It creates so much more of a connection than you think. But listen, if you're going on and on and on, 3 slides max. If you have more to say, go live. Do not keep going on and on and on in your stories. People's attention span is this big. Okay? I wouldn't even go 3 slides, but that's what Amber said. I'm going with what she says because she's better than me. But don't go any more than 3 slides. It creates deeper connections, trust, relatable relationships, influence. It develops that feeling, and it's going to create loyalty. Okay? When people say things, kind of hits a little different. Say it, don't write it. With a little caption you can, but say it first. Okay, this is what I'm talking about with captions, okay? So you're gonna see all of my stories here, but each one shows a little something different, okay? My vitamins, if I just put up that cat full of vitamins, nobody knows what the heck it is. If you're not in Plexus, you have no idea what you're looking at. But I put up what it is and what it does. It gives their eyes a chance to read through it and then absorb the information. Okay, the next one, you can clearly tell it's eggs. I have an obsession with eggs. Don't get on me. I love eggs. But what does it say? It's not, this is my lunch. This is my post-gym workout meal. So if somebody's going to the gym and is looking for a little bit more protein, they're like, oh, Sabrina eats eggs after the gym. Maybe that's a great thing to do. Then going into weightlifting. And then do you fall off on the weekends asking questions again? Last one. This is what I'm talking about. This can get discouraging. I don't say what's discouraging. I want them to watch it. And they do. They watch it. Give them little bits. Captions are key. Give a little bit of what you're talking about. And then before I wrap up, I want to discuss asking questions really fast. So ask questions, but never use a poll. Okay? People love answering questions and are more inclined to answer privately. Okay? Allow your audience into your inbox, and it gives a private space to connect when they are in your inbox. Okay? And I'm not like, oh, they finally came in here, now it's my chance. No. Then you go into relationship building. Okay? They're in your inbox. They just answered your question. You answer back. Ask another question. Have them answer. Maybe they ask a question. You want it to keep flowing, and then organically your business will come up. Okay? This is how you create a story on Facebook and Instagram. My last key, last tip before I sign off for tonight, you can link your stories from Instagram and Facebook. Don't link your post. Instagram and Facebook are two different animals. Okay? Instagram is more that magazine vibe, the more pretty showroom type of vibe. Facebook is more realistic and family. Okay? Don't post the same post on both sites. And that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you got a lot out of it. And let me know if you need any info or if you need the slides. And have a great night, guys. Stop sharing.